Well, hey, welcome to
Welcome.
in the City.
I was doing like you. Goodness.
You stupid. I'm your girl, Treese.
It's nose.
And today we do have a special guest that I'm very
Look at
excited.
you. Look at you.
No, because I even told him I just want to hear y'all tussle because last week was funny. So anyway, yes, we do have a special guest joining us for our recap. And let's welcome TJ Fresh, Your Highness. I'm pretty sure y'all seen him before. Work with
Mhm.
us on TSF Entertainment.
He's clearly here for the smoke. He's clearly here for the
Nah,
smoke.
I don't want no
For the
smoke. I'm
smoke.
He's
good.
like, I don't want no smoke.
But yeah, y'all. So thank you for joining us. We appreciate you, DJ Fresh. And yeah, y'all, this was it was an episode. I'm not gonna lie to you. It took me like I started watching it earlier yesterday and I just finished it maybe 6 o'clock today. I don't know.
Yes, I don't. Okay, so I don't feel bad.
I kept stopping going. I was like, I don't know why. It just wasn't, I don't know.
It
I don't
wasn't. It was a boring episode.
I,
Okay. I felt like it was
okay,
just
I don't feel bad.
right. And look, you stupid. Okay. It wasn't just us. It wasn't just us. So let's see who's in the house. Hey, TSF. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey.
Colton.
What's
Hey, I
going
caught
on
you
with
yesterday.
Colton?
Oh yeah, guys. And if you don't get a chance, definitely go back. Either go to Soul Firm Entertainment. You can go to their channel or check the video out from last night. We had a good old time. Just our little predictions and what we think is going to happen with Power Season 4. We were on there for almost 2 hours last night.
Yeah, we was.
It was crazy, but we had a
Yeah,
good
we
old
almost
time.
got marked.
Hey, Michelle,
Hey G. Hey
thank you for
Michelle.
showing up because I was look after last night. You had me worried that you was gonna give up on us. You really had me worried for a second. Deirdre, hey boo, hey y'all. I was so confused. Okay, so it wasn't just us. Support gaming. Hey, welcome.
Hey.
Jeremiah,
Jeremiah, what's up?
Retro, welcome. But yeah, y'all, let's run this intro so we can really get into it and yeah, talk about what it is. All right, we'll see y'all in a second. All right, y'all. So let's get into this. It give me a rating, y'all. What would y'all give this episode? Oh, am I still muted? Can y'all hear me?
No, we
We can
good.
hear you.
You good?
So give me what would you rate this episode?
Let me ask you this. So I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I don't got the last 20 minutes. Okay. So I need to know what the hell happened. I need to know. Basically, I really want to know if did something happen to Charles?
No,
No.
no, no.
Oh,
Charles.
okay. What's a zero? It's a zero for me. It ain't given for me. No.
Oh, because Charles ain't gone. So
Once that happened, I was like, why is this at the end? He was like, oh, if something happened to you, blah 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 blah. I'm like, why am I running out of time? That's when it started getting interesting for me, is when something could possibly happen to Charles.
I did think something was gonna happen, but I'm happy that it didn't. I don't need Charles to go out that way. Not like that. Okay, Jeremiah said the episode was a 6.5. Your thoughts, about to call you Retro Fresh.
Shoot, for me it was like a 4.55.
Oh, I'm gonna
Like,
give it like a 5. It was just real in the
It gets
middle.
like a negative for me.
You're stupid. All
I'm
right, y'all.
disappointed.
So as we know, we open up the episode. Meech is at the Platinum Palace, and he confronts Angel because, as we all thought, we basically believe that she set him up. And so, he lets her know that he was attacked by the MKs, and based off the info she gave him, and why he would go, I don't know. I want that's what I don't like. That was already not a good start to the episode. I told y'all, I really don't see it for Angel. I don't understand why he keep trying to turn the hoe into the housewife. I'm just not here for it.
That's what they do, girl. That's what they do.
Um,
That's what they like.
oh, and then I guess I skipped over something, but they got robbed in the beginning, right? So yeah. His place got robbed in the beginning. And they had stacks all hemmed up or whatever. And then two amigos run out. I don't know who they was. They wasn't the other guys. They were actually two amigos this time. I just don't know, what their names were, and I guess y'all didn't get it either. Am I right or wrong?
Let me say something. My phone, my TV, if they ain't important, says person,
Mm.
so we can call them person.
Okay. So anyway, yeah. So his place got robbed. He's upset, and then we see, Greenie come up. He interrupts the conversation, and Angel's like, "Nah, everything's good. We good." And he sends her over to Diddy or Puffy, because he was Puffy at that time, and I was like, "Oh, just
No,
timing."
I was like, are we really? We really talking about?
I'm sure if they could have went back and edited it out to somebody else just
They
based
could
on
have.
Well,
right.
that's what he said.
I really I
Yeah,
felt like he said Puffy. Yes.
Yo, I
he
missed that
did.
whole exchange because I did not hear that at all.
He
Yeah.
showed did, and I was like,
Yo, oh, okay, I got to go back and watch now. Just that scene because I didn't hear that.
I don't know. Y'all drop in the chat. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I definitely heard him say he sent her over to Puffy, and I was like, and it would make sense because we also see the Timu Tupac in this one, and so it.
that's what she just. Okay, I ain't see nobody that looked like Tupac.
That's why he's the Timu Tupac.
I didn't even see Diddy. I just know he said it.
Yeah, he just said it. We didn't see anybody that.
But
Yeah.
we saw
Oh,
Tupac.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. We saw Timu Tupac.
Yeah,
Definitely
we
did.
saw Pop.
I feel like the only person I saw was a Timu Kid and Play.
No, I didn't see. No, I didn't see that.
You didn't see the Kid and Play?
I think I did see the Kid and Play.
Yeah, they was at the event.
I remember the T-Move
With the high top, the dude with the high top. I ain't see no Tupac. They better stop playing with my
Was
baby.
it that bad that we all have 3 different recollections of this episode?
They better stop playing with my baby. I ain't seen no Tupac. Look, she said, "Oh yes, Kid and Play." See, Jeremiah said it's giving Tubi.
You stupid Tupac. Cortland said, "Do y'all think that 2 Chainz set up the robbery?" Or
Yep.
I ain't gonna lie, I was thinking that.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Stacks is not, and we'll get to that part. But he had a moment where I was like, okay, I feel like you're getting out of character and you're no longer Stacks. You really sound like 2 Chainz right now. But we'll get into that. Yeah, Jeremiah says giving Tubi. D said, yep, Kid and Play. Michelle A says she saw Kid and Play. King Retro, what up, though?
What up, though?
I would love to know what your King Retro, what your rating of this episode was. Yes, Nels, how did you? I know that was it within the first 20 minutes. No, you know what? It wasn't. It wasn't.
No,
That was.
Yeah, it was.
Was it?
I want to say it was at least.
That just means that it wasn't a good Tupac.
Because if you were wondering if something was going to happen to Charles, then you had to see Tupac.
Matter of fact, yeah, if you saw the Kid and Play, you definitely saw the Tupac.
No, I ain't see. Let me tell you what
With
I
the bandana on.
What?
Yeah, she. Yeah, I don't know. He must have been watching BMF.
No.
Oh God.
If that's the case, we need a Sheen Tupac because I didn't recognize no Tupac.
Michelle A said, I was thinking 2 Chainz set it up too. Right. And okay, so we have the same rating for this episode. It wasn't that great. But yeah, so anyway.
We could have got a 10 out of 10 if something happened to Charles.
You stupid. So anyway, basically, Greenie's like, we made good money together, whatever. Meech lets him know that, hey, my money a little messed up right now. It's a little funny. He had a little setback, but he plans to, get back on board. And then they ask about who the hell Jack the Rapper. Now, I'm not going to lie to y'all. I was like, who is Jack the Rapper? Where did this come from? I was so lost.
I thought I heard it wrong. I thought they were trying to say Jack the Ripper.
Look, and so then we obviously learned that this is like a music convention that comes and takes over the city of Atlanta, and people rub elbows and learn about the music industry. Anybody from that, I don't want to say from that time frame. Again, I've heard of Freaknik, Woodstock. I know a lot of things. I've never heard of this. I know about Bike Week. Like, I know a lot of things. Okay. I got some
I don't think that's just Atlanta though.
Nah. I heard of it, but
You've heard of what? Jack the Rapper?
Mm-hmm.
Look.
Okay.
Like the last year that it happened, I want to say was 96, 97, and it was in Orlando.
Oh, okay. So it's not
after
just
that fight thing that happened, Well, I'll explain it once we get to that. Once y'all get to that. But yeah, I think the last year was like 97, 98, somewhere around that time frame, and it was in Orlando.
Okay, but it wasn't just the Atlanta thing.
I mean, and I wish I could remember the DJ's name who started it, but he did the convention every year in Atlanta to help Black music, Black radio, all that other stuff. So at first it was just all for like R&B artists and pop music and all that stuff, and then eventually he started inviting hip hop artists, although his people told him not to do that because they kind of foreseen what was going to happen if he started, but he wanted to bring them anyway because they were still part of Black music. So but it was always in Atlanta. It was I think it started like 1970 something.
Oh wow.
Well,
so ran for a while.
My thing is the whole family affair, because that's what Charles calls it. And so
that's what it said at the bottom. I saw in the banner at the bottom of it. It said family affair.
And I ain't never heard that either.
It said Jack the Rapper family affair.
Oh,
it's like y'all from the city. It was like, remember how every year.
What city we from?
You know what I mean. You know what
I
mean.
No, I don't.
So you don't live in
I don't
DC?
know why y'all like
you say it from the city, and no, I don't live in DC.
She's a Virginia girl.
Okay, so you from
don't be giving my coordinates.
Northern.
Okay, so I'm sure y'all remember the Black Family Reunion that you hear every year.
Okay, I've heard of the Black Family Reunion. Yes.
Nope. Absolutely not.
That's kind of the same thing. That's basically that's how it was.
Do they play go-go there?
No. They used to have
well then no, I don't know why I never heard of it, because if it, I could understand if they play go-go, why I wouldn't have.
Hey, Lady Virtue.
Hello.
All right, go ahead, Nels.
All right. Let's see. Okay, so over at the restaurant, Terry's talking to his boys. They let him know basically they sold out. He said, basically everybody been antsy, so he called them and told them that basically, they got some weight now, and he's like, yeah, they're like, yeah, we don't want it. Okay, Henrietta beat you to the punch. All right, that's who we getting it from, basically. Kick rocks. Okay.
Am I the only one confused? Now we're introduced to Diz, and who was the other one? Loop or Lope or Lop or whoever. And I was like,
what the hell? You the only person name I put down was Diz, because they said Diz a couple times, but everybody else is the homeboys. It's the boys. Person. They ain't important. Now, we don't know how long they're gonna last, girl. This might be the only episode. I ain't no point of knowing their names. Person. Okay. So basically also Henry. Okay, I'm gonna call her Henry. Okay. Henry stole a couple of their clients, including I think this is when they said some Diz, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, okay, so basically they got a call from Meech, basically talking about how she and I'm sorry, Markeisha. This is Markeisha calling. My bad.
That dirty. Go ahead.
She said, I want that old thing back. Okay. So basically, Markeisha gave him a call. She said, her bottom box is missing him. The bottom box, girl. Right. And he's like, girl, I got a bunch of stuff to do. I got my pregnant girl over here. Well, he didn't even say my pregnant girl, but my girl pregnant, my baby's sick. I can't really be worried about you. I got to move into my apartment and stuff like that. And basically banged it on her. I said, I ain't gonna lie, I was proud to. Now that's what you should have been did.
But she was over there, t-shirt and my panties off. She was really up, like she was on it, okay? And I was like, you little nasty heifer. I was so mad. That's another reason why I really didn't care for this episode.
Well, we ain't get there yet, but I know. I already know I already know you think she did it.
King Retro, yeah. Don't get me started on that. Beware. And look, I was slid into Fresh's DMs the other day, and I said she got to go. She has to go. I'm tired. I'm tired of her.
She got to go.
And we all know she's not, because she's still alive to this day, right?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, she's still alive. Well, and that's why that's why the real person doesn't like BMF, because they don't like the way she doesn't like the way she's being depicted. So.
I just say the fake Markeisha look way better though.
Oh, you terrible. I mean, of course it's Lala. Of course she looks better, but what?
Lala
Let's
does.
see. Portland said Henrietta and Bryant did Terry dirty, tried to get his kid taken away from him. Now that was messed up. No, let's not jump ahead, Cortland, but I'm here with you. That was really dirty. See, you missed that part too.
Hell no.
What? Wait a minute. Hold on, bro. Because I
And
feel
look,
like that was
I
like
ain't
in
gonna
the
lie.
first.
I was with LaWanda. I thought it was Markeisha. Even when he went to go confront, I was like, "Yo, lying, bitch. Yo,
Oh,
lying."
I knew no, I knew
I
the
was like,
whole
"But she
time
played that
it
part
was
good. Oh yeah, I got kids too. I can understand the struggle." Blah 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 blah. I said, "Markeisha, girl.
you are hilarious. Hilarious.
Oh my god."
Look, basically she's watching the episode. I guess we're more entertaining
Right
than
along with y'all. Y'all explain it to me. God, thank
y'all.
you, Cortland.
Look, no way it was her. It was Brian. Yeah, absolutely. So Tina, Mo's cousin, she's apparently popping up everywhere now. She's in the studio with Meech. She's letting them know, that she thinks something's up with Claude, who we know is Remy's right hand man. Because I guess he was in her store the other day, draped in, designer clothes, and she basically said he, being Shein and Timu. So then Meech knows that basically it wasn't the it wasn't the MKs, and Duffy says that he's trying to find Glock, aka Bruce Wayne, so he can clip Batman's wings. And I said, you better, Duffy. I like the way you did that. Now, Stax gets upset, and Duffy, was like, "What you mad about?" And Stax is just like, "We need to go handle Remy and avenge Ty's death." And he's like, "Come on, man." And Reach is like, "We're not gonna do that. We are eventually, but we gotta move, move in silence and move accordingly." And this makes him upset. And then he actually pulls out a whole bunch of money, and
Broke
helps
everybody off
everybody out.
from the Rolexes that he pawns.
Right. And they was like, "You ain't never did this for us. Well,
Look,
we
he
go
thought he had a crew. He
we
thought he had a crew. They said, "Nah, homie."
right." And he's like, "Nah, we his boys are like, we stand with Meech." So of course he leaves in a huff and a puff. And so he shares his ideas about opening
All
up.
by himself. I said,
But we know Stax is gonna come back in some shady way, right? So Meech is talking about open up the pipelines and the A and how they need more manpower. And then he also announces to the crew that they're going to Jack the Rapper to basically show the MKs and Remy that they ain't never scared, okay? And they're unbothered and standing on business, all right? And so then basically, Stack said, I love when he said Meech ain't Moses and him and his crew ain't wandering around the desert for his ass.
you ain't got no crew no more. You gonna wonder about your damn self.
And that's what Meech tells him. You're gonna die of thirst if you moving like that. But yeah. And then basically they talk about him purchasing a home because he thinks it'll be easier behind a gated community to, do business and move and Duffy just warns him them HOAs, motherfucker. And we all know about them
You gotta be
HOAs.
legit.
Right, right.
So then
Thoughts
Terry
on
is
that scene? Hold on, I'm sorry. Thoughts on that scene, DJ Fresh?
Oh, only thing I was gonna say was that actually happened in real life. Meech actually did that in real life.
did what?
Upon his
The
Rolexes.
Rolexes?
Mm-hmm. That was a true story.
Oh, okay.
That was actually true. He actually did that in real life. Like there's
Hmm.
been tons
Look,
of
I
people
bet you a
in
bunch of
BMF
people was
that-
watching, like looking at looking at their homeboy like, you ain't never did
Oh,
that for us.
could I see him going to work with Glock? Maybe because he's trying to get at Remy, but I don't know because as we all know, when you're disloyal, you usually don't last too long in this type of game. So I don't know, but maybe.
To answer your question, Cortland, I say yes only because, and I've been trying to find this trailer for like the past couple of days, but there's an actual scene where Stax is driving and Glock's right hand man T'Chaka, whatever his name is in the back seat of Stack's car. Once I find it, I will send it to y'all. I will send it to everybody, but I have yet to find it. But I know that I've seen it. I know I'm not going crazy and had a dream about it because I saw it with my own two eyes.
Right. And then D had a question for you, Fresh.
He actually, yep, that's how. Yep, he actually did have a spot beside the D for his house. His father ends up later on down the line,
Moving into the
and I
house.
hate to jump because we haven't got to that season. But in real life, his father ends up joining BMF later on down the line.
Say what?
Yeah.
Oh, now that was a good.
Let me ask you this. Look, Fresh, since you know so much BMF history, make my day, okay? Because we keep on seeing the real Lucille. Where's the real Charles?
If I'm not mistaken, I believe Jack can answer that too. I think the real Charles passed away.
How?
He did
Y'all
get on.
me out here
You
Googling.
tell me it was brutal.
No. He didn't get unalived.
Oh, he didn't get what he deserved.
Oh, Dad said it's in the documentary that the dad's name is on the house.
Yeah, the dad's
Okay,
name
that's
was on the
something I
house.
never knew, y'all.
Jack could tell you. I can't remember. But yeah, they were trying
It's
to put his
given
whole
it was some type of
family
illness or something.
Even Lucille.
Whatever.
Nah, she was the only exception. She was
Okay,
like
because he said they were trying to put the whole family there.
They were trying to put Nicole. They was trying to put his sister in jail as well. They was trying to get in real life. Yeah, they was trying to get everybody. Yeah.
Look, me and D said the same thing. Wow.
Did Charles go to jail at least?
Did he?
Oh wow.
Somebody please tell me yes.
And now I'm kind of looking at Charles different because he was Mr. No.
Exactly.
Man, my memory is.
He don't stand on nothing.
He don't.
He ain't got no morals.
But I think he did. Ended up for like a little bit of time. But I know Meech wanted him and Terry to take the bulk of the rap so that they wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? They wouldn't hit everybody else with like real big time. So that's why Meech wanted him and T to share the blame and take the load so that everybody else wouldn't take, you know what I'm saying? They wouldn't have to do 20, 30 years in jail.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They was like, we new to this. You true to this.
Right. And yeah.
Oh, he said no.
Jack said no. They took a plea. Oh, righty now.
Sound like Charles got out easy. That's what it's
and so we get into this. Or it was your go. My bad. My bad. Well, look.
Can I say my notes while I got them?
I was gonna say you only got but 2 more.
Well, can I say the ones I got? I mean, damn. Let me get it out. God, just want to take over. All right. So Terry is giving his crew the speech about loyalty and brotherhood, and basically not letting no outsiders in. Yeah. Homeboy and the crew basically told him, "Sir, our biggest threat is the Cyclops in the mirror." He said, "You are looking at the man in the mirror." Okay.
That was Locke.
I just was Locke talking about a Cyclops.
No, that wasn't that the name of his character. Fresh.
Shoot, yeah. I'm with Nails person because I don't know. I'm with Nails on that one.
Help me out in the comments, please.
I'm with Nails on that one person because I don't.
Thank you. Homeboy or person works for me. Okay. I'm sure everybody watched the show. Okay. They know who we're talking about. Okay. We don't got to be so specific. Okay. So then basically they're talking about, basically how things changed since Meech left. Talking about how they getting dinged for late payments and, being a few bucks short. Talking about, basically, y'all questioning my loyalty and your penny pinching ass. Like, really? So Terry's like, yeah, you're right. I ain't my brother. Okay. I'm running now. Yeah, majority of the motherfuckers got up and left. Like, basically all of them, I think except for 2, got up and left, walked out the damn
Well, he stopped Diz from leaving because he was like,
because he gave him a little sob story about how they was kids and I did this for you. Okay, I'm confused about that because he was like, I used to eat up all your leftovers, sir. What? How did that help you get on? He's like, I put you on because I was eating up your leftovers.
He had a history, basically. And loyalty is everything. You know how I am on
how
loyalty.
I wanted you to eat my leftovers. We know how you feel about somebody eating your leftovers.
Yes, I'm very.
So I'm like, hold up. Sir, if anything, I need to punch you in your.
You stupid.
Yeah, you was eating all my leftovers. How you know I didn't want that? Unless they was talking about something else. I'm hoping they was talking about something else. But yeah, basically he gave him some sob story about, you owe me loyalty or whatever. Actually it was after they found out basically he don't know when the work is coming. He ain't got no work. He don't know when the hell is coming. And I
was confused by that. Why is it I mean, we all know T is not. Y'all know I don't see it for T, but I just didn't understand why you couldn't pick up the phone and call your brother and say, "What up, though?" Like, where's my work?
I think isn't Meech waiting on work too?
Yep.
Oh,
Still waiting on the work with
okay.
Loco. They haven't got.
Yeah, that's why he did. That's why he pawned the stuff to hold everybody over and stuff. And he's working on a connect.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So nobody got no work right now.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, he talked to Diz, and Diz basically told him that he was going to cancel his order with Henry. And he told him, no, don't do that because I need to know every move Henry makes. Okay, and basically you need to get the position on them.
Hey, lovely 31, welcome from Colorado. I don't think we've ever had a viewer from Colorado.
No, I don't think so either.
I love it.
How is the weather there this time of year?
So Cortland wants to know, Charles and Dr. Maurice fight scene. Do you think we're getting it? I don't know.
I hope so, and I hope Charles get his ass whooped. I mean, whooped. I mean, if he ain't unalived in this, I mean, damn near.
No, actually,
life support.
See, if you actually would have watched the last 20 minutes, then you would have known that Charles, it gets much more than an ass whooping because he gets his little feelings hurt and heartbroken when he realizes.
You need them both.
You stupid. I personally think that was, even though Lucille didn't realize what she was doing, she got her lick back and didn't even realize it. And I loved it.
Did she give him the cookie?
Huh? No, she didn't give him the cookie. She's a Christian woman.
Now her name
what if he ain't hurt? He ain't hurt the same way she was hurt.
Fresh, do you think we getting a fight scene between Charles and Dr. Maurice?
I don't know. They might have some words, but I don't think it's gonna get to like a fight situation. I think if we do get a fight, it's gonna be more between Charles and Lucille, because of course Charles as we saw at the end, he about to get hella jealous.
Jump my ass right in that damn scene and help her whip his ass. I dare him. I dare him try to fight with her over that. What?
I think he will. I think he gonna get.
She better pick that frying pan back up that she was going after that chick with.
Look, what? No, you mean the cast iron she should have went after her with.
Exactly. Let him try to say something. Let him try to say.
Jack said Charles passed in 2017.
What type? But I need to know from what
some kind of
illness. Oh, okay. He just getting off too easy.
Look, Cortland said Terry got someone on the inside of Henrietta's crew now, doesn't he? Yeah, Diz. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, hey from Colorado. DeMarcus said, I think Henry will use the flamethrower on Diz once she find out that. Yep, I saw that. I did see that this episode. I was like, oh, he gonna mess around and get Diz unalived. Yep. If y'all know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Deirdre said the good doctor is too refined to throw blows. Look, I'm with her. He don't seem like he gonna get his hands.
He can be refined, but listen, when it comes down to it, okay, you
got
to fight for what you want, okay?
He looked like he would pay somebody to handle his light work. I'm just saying.
That would be so unattractive.
You stupid. Cortland, if Charles sees Lucille kissing Dr. Maurice or something, that's gonna hurt Charles. Oh, he's already hurt. He already sliding down the wall crying.
Oh.
And Nels don't care. She doesn't feel,
I need him to walk in on it. I mean, walk in on the act. See it with your eyes.
Look, Jack said Dr. Maurice is gonna crack backs in the next episode.
That's what I want. I just need Charles to see it. That's all. I just need Charles to see it. I need him to bust open the door.
No, you know what? I need Dr. Maurice to have her in the kitchen over by the stove by the butter rolls like he was.
That's not what I was thinking, but I go with that.
With Miss Mabel. That's what I need. Okay.
I was thinking more bent over. Look, listen, I just need him to see it.
You stupid.
Spread eagle.
All right. So then we see Henry. She's getting ready to hit the streets. Twan is, this is her cousin, I guess. Yeah. Hyping her up, letting her know that, she's ready. And, apparently she acquired the weight from, the Chaldeans, I think it is.
Yeah. Now I know how to say it.
Right. Because I know I butchered it last episode. We won't go there. He said that, basically the BMF boys, may have soldiers, but they dropping like dominoes, as we know. So he also, lets her know it's time for a new regime. It's, new sheriff in town. And then we see Detective Bryant busting the door. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it took me everything not to call him Detective Howard. Every time I went to I was like, Jesus.
Detective Howard.
Yeah, he reminds me so much of Detective Howard. He really does. Every time I go to do a scene with him, in my mind, he's Detective Howard. Anyway, so he busts in the door and Henry lets him know that, look, I don't know what my daddy told you, but this is my operation. And so, and I'm running things. I'm swinging the peen around here. And so he's like, tap dance, do what I tell you. And he's like, I only tap dance on people's necks. That's what I'm known for. Okay. Put some respect on my name. All right. And so then he basically
go lock up Charles. How about that?
Right. So she's like, well, you know what? You can escort, my shipments or whatever, make sure it gets to where it needs to be. And then they come up with this idea about how they're going to hide her work in, basically vehicles that won't get stopped by police, i.e. ambulance. So I was like, well, that was real smart. I ain't going to be mad.
Smart.
That was that tag teaming. I was like, okay, Henry and Detective Bryant. But I'm not going to lie to you. I need Detective Bryant to get taken down.
Oh, yeah. His water got to get cut off.
Yeah, right. His water got to get cut off.
His water got to get cut off. At some point, it's got to get cut off. But
right.
I can't lie, I'm with you on that. And never mind before I say something. But I've never ever thought of moving weight in an ambulance.
That was so smart.
Sir, Fresh, why are you thinking about moving weight at all?
Like I said, we
He's like, let's just go over there. We gonna step right over there.
We the Men in Black wand. We not even. Yeah, we not even.
Cortland said Henrietta's dad is going. Oh, you mean Braxton Hartbrigg? He's going to put her in her place next episode. I believe so.
I feel like I'm getting disappointed with BMF. I just really need Charles to go, and it's not happening.
Well, we know it's not going to happen.
They just need to speed it up, maybe, and put him on his.
I mean, it could, because they're mixing facts with fiction, so
that would be amazing. Even if it's fiction, I'm good with that. I just need to see
it. That they do take him out of something. I don't see it because that's their father, but I mean, who knows?
I don't see that happening. Go ahead, girl.
So Misha flew his daddy out, treating him like the star that he's not. Okay, giving him first class treatment, talking about taking him shopping. You really think he deserved all that? I mean, really? After the way he did your mama? I don't think so. Put that man on the bus.
But we know what he was doing. He was buttering him up.
Put him on a Greyhound.
No. Charles been on a Greyhound before. He had to expose him to something he ain't really been exposed to.
Yeah, we put him in first class and everything.
Right.
He can be on first class on the bus.
No, I don't think unless you're on like a mega bus, and I don't even think they have first class.
Let him sit in the front.
They don't.
Away from the bathroom.
What, with the charging ports? That makes it first class.
Look, it's first class. Just keep him away from the bathrooms, okay?
Oh God.
Basically, Charles is loving the treatment. Okay, he's there apparently to see this house that Meech told him about. Meech wants him to see the foundation. We see that this takes off, like they was talking about this in the beginning, the foundation, and trying to act like a good old daddy and stuff, but you willing to break up your family. But moving on. So apparently, he also brought him there to see Duffy's recording studio because this type of stuff his daddy like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, apparently his daddy wanted to build a whole basement studio, but his broke ass couldn't do it. He ain't had the money, he ain't had the funds, he ain't had the ends. That's just what it is. Okay. Then he sees that Meech got tickets for family affair. He all excited. What? Family affairs this weekend? Meech done distracted his ass. He said, listen, you go look at the studio. He done told the homeboy, listen, hide these damn tickets, because what I don't need is my daddy in the middle of some drug dealer palooza. Okay. I don't need my daddy. But I felt like it was a good idea. I think he need to be there.
You stupid. Now I will say I did notice this particular scene. I was like, oh, so basically, I mean, I kind of saw it before, but basically Charles, I feel like, gets mad at Meech because he's doing what he wanted to do, but he's just doing it unethically. But I see the comparison between the two now. Because even when he pops up at the event and Meech was like, "What are you doing here?" I was like, "Oh, so y'all both sneaky as hell." That's birds of a feather flock together. So now that you
My
say
thing is,
eventually join the business, that kind of doesn't surprise me now.
you pick and choose when to be an upstanding citizen and have morals, and you know,
Yeah.
you go out cheat on your wife, but that's okay. But you can't sell nothing to get your family ahead. I'm just
Also, fun fact:
Uh-huh.
Charles, I can't remember if it's a platinum album or something, but in real life, Charles actually had a couple of hits that he produced in real life.
Okay.
I hope they ain't make him no money.
Of course, if he had hits. Come on, you're terrible.
I hope somebody look. I hope somebody took it. Look, I hope somebody else is getting the royalty. I can't stand his. He needs to go.
Anyway, DeMarcus said, imagine if Charles met Bryant, what would happen? I
Nothing.
feel like
Lock
they
him
met
up.
before.
Lock him up.
I feel like they met before. Didn't they meet outside of somebody's funeral services and he was trying to arrest Meech or take him into questioning? I think it might have been like season 2 or something like that. And basically Lucille was like, nah, you ain't questioning my son if you ain't got no warrant.
I feel like you're right. I can't remember.
I wonder why he didn't have Lucille sign for the house. I feel like she would have did it with no problem.
That's a good point.
I feel like she wouldn't have put up no fight.
If a part of me, and maybe I'm wrong, and I would love to know y'all thoughts in the chat. A part of me felt like Charles was supposed to move in that house. Like Meech didn't just want him to just put his name. I don't know. The whole thing, he was like, "Oh, this will be a nice place for you."
I thought it was for Meech to
like
move
I
into.
felt like he wanted him to move in, and Charles was just like, "Nah."
I thought the house was for Meech to move into.
Mm-hmm.
For him too, but I think he wanted his no, you don't think so? You didn't get that feeling?
Nah, I think because he needed the show something legal, so he just needed his pops to sign that paperwork. Period, because he knows his pops is a law-abiding citizen, so it's not going to look suspicious with his pops name on the deed versus where Meech ain't bringing in no W-2s. And they gonna start to wonder, like, yo, where he getting his money
Especially,
from?
it sounded like he was paying for the house like in full.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He said like he was just gonna pay for it. Like I think it was $250,000.
Yep.
So he definitely need to show where he getting the funds from.
What I mean, anyway. So Jack said their beef started when Charles kicked Meech out. You see how Lucille added Meech to the prayer for the good state. Yes. And then he said Meech turned the other cheek on what he did to his mom. He said himself, it's no way he can stick with one woman himself. Yeah, I didn't like that either. The disloyal. You're my whole son, okay? And I birthed you.
First of all, Meech, we're not talking about your whole ass and all the
right.
and families you're trying to create out of here. We're talking about the one that he created, where it was an actual family.
Y'all
we actually lived in the same house together that your father decided to break up. Okay, that's what we're talking about. I would have slapped out of Meech.
And you know what drives me crazy? It feels like Meech just forgot about Mo like it was nothing. He moved on so quick, and again, he over here trying to turn Angel into a damn housewife. And I'm like, well, do you even miss her? Where is your child?
Okay, so
here we go.
That's not his child.
No, I'm not talking about Lamar, not the older one. Remember, they had a baby. She had another baby.
I thought the only one that wasn't his baby was the other chick.
Neither one.
You sure? I don't know.
I'm 100% sure.
So
in real life, Meech only has one child, and that's the son that plays his character on the show.
No.
Only one.
So Meech has a sister, but it's not from him?
No. Meech only has one child.
Only one that he claimed. You know these men's be out here. What you claim and what you do.
Retro, can you confirm this?
Right. Look, Jack might confirm it.
We need some help. We need some understanding.
Right.
So I thought the same thing watching the show. I literally thought the same thing watching the show. But then when I went back and watched it, I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Something didn't add up, because when you start to look at it, Lucille never worried about the quote unquote Meech's her grandbabies as much as Terry Jr. Like
Yeah.
I think maybe 1 or 2 episodes she mentioned them. After that, you never heard her mention anything about Meech's kids anymore.
So at
It
this
was
point, Meech, baby Meech, is not born yet.
yeah,
So
he's
he
not
ain't got.
born
So
yet.
he's really out here just home. He ain't got no kids.
Yeah, he ain't got no
Oh,
kids.
what I mean,
Terry, the only one that really got the
well,
whatchamacallit.
you can't be mad at him.
Well,
She said,
see, look,
"Share
share
my
my
love." Said
love.
Meech has a daughter,
Yep.
That's news to me.
and
Look,
it's
we're gonna be
Rachel said
googling
Meech
this
King
up.
getting
King
older
Retro,
for
you
the
can
game.
jump like she said, y'all can jump in, bro, because that's news to
Yeah,
me.
Jack be knowing. She resented him for treating Meech different from T.
Hold on. Let me see.
Mm.
'Cause I'm curious now.
I don't know, y'all, because I feel like Mo. I know she had the older daughter that she said was Lamar's, and I ain't believe that either. But then I felt like when he
Yeah.
came,
So why was she trying to make like? Oh wait, no, the younger kid was Lamar's.
what are you talking about? No, that younger baby wasn't.
That's who he was coming to see. He was coming to see the younger kid. That was Lamar's baby, the
Mhm.
little girl.
You're losing me. No, I know what you're talking about. The older Mo had 2 kids. I feel
Yeah,
like
and the little one is the one that Lamar was coming to see.
no, that was the older one.
We never saw no older one.
We're gonna go down a rabbit hole that I don't want to go down.
No, the girl that she was picking up from school and stuff like that, that was Lamar's baby.
No, that wasn't really his baby, but yeah, that's what he was claiming was his daughter. But then I thought she went and back and messed with Meech, and they ended up getting pregnant again.
Okay, thank you, King Retro, because I knew I wasn't going crazy. Like
What?
he only
Okay,
got
let's
one
see what
child.
he has an alleged kid that was never confirmed. That's what I'm saying. So
All
again,
it takes is a blood test, and if they ain't do that yet, it's given it ain't your baby.
up. DeMarcus said Meech has 2 daughters, one with Lori and one with Monique. TT and Nene. Thank you. I was not crazy because I said,
I mean, what?
Yes, on the show, but in real life, he doesn't have a daughter.
okay. So basically, what you're saying for the show, that's the fiction part of it.
Yeah, that's the
But in
fiction.
real life, Meech ain't got that many kids.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need Meech to get out of jail and tell his damn story. This is what I need.
Yeah. I mean,
he
we
about
know
to
it's
be
coming.
because I would think by now even the real Meech would have posted his sister on his IG or something. And we've never seen Lil Meech post any whatchamacallit, but like
I mean, no shade, but
Yeah.
if I was the only child that my daddy was claiming, I'm not really worried about you strays. Like real talk.
Not
If
straight.
I mean, trust me, if Prince William didn't have to worry about Harry, he wouldn't. Okay, like if you don't want to be claiming, no. I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
If you know you getting all the
Share my
royalties,
love said the other girlfriend had a daughter too. So I think last time we were on here, they said that wasn't like his daughter.
that
also
wasn't his. They said Soraya's daughter wasn't his daughter.
Yeah.
Which, whatever.
Thank you, I am Retro CG. That's what I'm talking about.
What did he say?
Period. Hit that like button.
Oh, yes. Please hit the like button. Cortland said Brian would probably try to get Charles to be an informant to bring down BMF. I could see it, but no, I can't see it actually. I don't see it. Even though he may not like what his son does, I don't think that he would turn on him. Will Greeny still clean Meech's money, or will Meech have to find someone else? What y'all think?
Oh, that's dead.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's
my
done.
bad. That's done. My bad.
Yeah.
That's done.
Yeah, that's done. Meech understands the game. Mo was a part of the game, I guess. And we went into the daughter comments and alleged kids. The other girlfriend had the daughter too. Again, maybe that's part of the fiction part of it. Hit the like button, please. We love y'all. Thank you for the support. Michelle A said she don't know what to do. Lamar may get a spinoff. That'll explain every. I pray. Courtney, I'm not even trying
to love herself some
and
Lamar.
I know y'all gonna fuss at me about this. I love Lamar. I do. It's like I wouldn't even be mad if Ronnie.
I like him more than I like Ronnie.
I could do both. I just like that. They get things done. They get the job done, and I can appreciate that. Strays is crazy. Hey,
yeah, she crazy.
It is what it is.
Got no sense.
I'm just saying. In real life, he has one confirmed kid and a possible alleged. Okay, got it. So then, y'all, this is the good part. This is my favorite part of the episode. Now we see Lucille. She helping down at the church and with her friend Estelle because Nicole done stood.
I think that's her cousin. She said kids.
Mm-hmm. That's her cousin.
Oh, that was her cousin. I thought it was a friend. Okay, but and basically Estelle don't mind because she looking for her man. And
she said the 3-6.
Okay.
She said
Not
the six
3
pack, 6 feet, and 6 figures. I said, oh, girl.
So, but only thing I thought was, and I think I brought this up last recap, but I said, Nicole went missing. She wanted to be with her friends, and she was pushing this
You think
whole.
she out there getting pregnant, girl?
I wouldn't be surprised if it pops up in the storyline.
Seriously, fresh.
Right. I wouldn't be surprised. And so, Estelle asked her when she's gonna let Dr. Maurice have some of her cake, okay? And Lucille's embarrassed, but says just because Charles is out here raw dogging everybody, she's not about to be out here in these streets.
You ain't got to do it because of him.
Okay. Do
it because he fine. Do it because you want to.
And so Estelle tells her,
you need to get out your house.
Right. Estelle tells her that, she better not let the time pass her by, especially since Charles is down in Atlanta. And Lucille starts talking about how fine Maurice is. And Estelle tells her, a hard man is good to find, girl. So you better go find it. Seek and you will find. I think that's in the Bible.
And they handed her a thick ass carrot. I said, yeah.
Fresh is like, I can't.
No, I didn't even lie. I laughed at the scene. I died laughing. I couldn't stop laughing at it because I was like, she the wild cousin that's going to be like, go do what you do.
Go do what you do. He was doing what he did.
Go get your lick back.
For me, it ain't even got to be no lick back. My thing is, listen.
She want her to leave. She don't even want her to get a lick back. She want her to leave her whole marriage, leave Charles, and kick him out that house. That's what Nels wants.
And for him to get hit by a car on his way out. That's it.
Y'all are funny. Okay, Jack said Greenie is done. No spinoff for Lamar. Please don't. Come on.
Metro.
I really need.
I'm okay with him getting a spinoff.
You wouldn't want to see the background. I mean, we know a little bit about Lamar's background, but he talks about his daddy being, I guess, like an OG or whatever. Isn't that how he knew Mo? Because her daddy was an OG or something like that. But I'm sure he has a good backstory. Anyway, and he crazy. And I would love to see him get off that stuff and recover and come back better than ever. And then, it's going to be a problem. I'm just saying. Lamar is funny. Estelle is just as wild as Mabel. Yes, she is.
Well, she ain't out here sleeping with people's man, so I don't know about all that.
We don't know that. We
That's
don't
true.
know that. We don't know that.
We don't know that.
We don't know that.
He the one that's in the wrong.
That said, I wonder when we'll meet little Meech's mom on the show. I was just about to say, I hope it is not Angel.
I knew you was about to say that.
Mama. But I hope it is not Angel. I really hope not. Look, Fresh.
Because I'm trying to it's hard watching this show for me sometimes because I know the real story. So trying to separate what's true and what's fiction. So it's like you said, I'm hoping it is not Angel, but then at the same time, I can quite possibly see that it's gonna be Angel on the show. So that's what I'm trying to separate them. It's difficult at times.
I told you. The hose is weak.
I can't. Yeah, I was like, what kind of vegetable is that? Okay, yeah, D. It was a very large carrot, very plump and prime.
Oh, I thought it was a sweet potato.
Was it a sweet? I thought it was.
No, it was a carrot. It was a carrot. There was a whole basket of carrots.
Oh.
That was just the thickest one.
Look, Raw Dog Charles, Back Crack Lucille, and Tender DT.
Yep, that's his new name, Tender DT. That's what I'm called. That's his
Tender DT. I like it. Cortland said, "Yeah, Lamar's gonna come back out of nowhere and try to off me." Fresh is that's what I would like to happen, Cortland. See, me and you be here, Cortland. We really do, but unfortunately, I have a feeling Jack is gonna follow up to what Fresh is shaking his head at and say that that's not gonna happen because unless it's fiction, it's probably not a part of the true story. Am I right or wrong, Fresh?
The true story, the quote unquote Lamar, he's still alive. So, and he was
I
never.
saw an interview with him.
Yeah, he never became a quote unquote crackhead. So, but how?
For real?
Yeah, he never ever, like the way they wrote. Yeah, I agree with you though.
Oh, that would piss me the hell off.
Right.
I would love, like the same way with B Mickey's character. Sorry to jump off track, but the same way with
B Mickey's ugly as hell.
B Mickey character, he's mad at the show too because he was never a real snitch.
Oh, I mean, I can understand that. I wouldn't want to be labeled as no snitch, but who
I wouldn't be labeled as a crackhead either.
But,
yeah, nobody wants to be labeled
to get back, I'm with you, Treese. I would love to see Lamar come back if he got off the stuff to become a menace back to Meech, because it would make for great
comeback
TV.
story.
Like it would, and that probably would drive their ratings up. But I don't see it because it's like
you can't. And maybe I'm wrong, Fresh. My bad, but I feel like what we're missing Lamar this season. I feel like that is what this season is missing. Because I was able to run through seasons 1 and 2 because of Lamar. Like it kept me invested, and I feel like this season I'm just like, I need crazy ass Lamar, like kind of like I needed Ronnie in the bushes. Like I'm just that's just my thought.
Like I can't even listen to "You Can't Stop the Rain" the same no more now.
Right.
I can no longer listen to that song.
You can't
The
stop
same no more.
the rain. Yeah.
Can't listen to that.
I was grooving. So Cortland said, yeah, Lamar is gonna come back. Oh, he already said that. Lamar is a true character, but we know he wasn't a head. Share my loves. I can't see Angel being his mom. Her character will be portrayed well. I hope so. I don't want it to be. Maybe it'll be Sweetie. Maybe Sweetie will be his mama. But then it's probably gonna be. That means that she's probably gonna be some type of worker.
Why? If it's Sweetie?
Because Meech finds his girls in the strip club. We see it.
I don't think all
it's
of
not
them.
like what I think you pointed it out when I was like, why is he meeting girls in the strip club? And they were like, because of his job and things that he does. It's not like he could go meet a lawyer and be like, hey girl, actually maybe the real estate agent will be Lil Meech's mama. He was giving her the eye and she got a good job.
Girl, he young, full of cum, and ain't got no kids. He giving everybody the eye.
Well, no, he ain't got no kids that he's claiming yet.
We're claiming them.
Yo.
They ain't been confirmed.
Michelle Lay said Lamar cracked out, but if he comes back, it's going to be crazier than ever. Right. Henry is supposed to be Lamar this season. DeMarcus, I'm not. I hear what you're saying.
It's not giving that.
It's not. I would take Lamar back over Henry. And it's no, I just, yeah, I think the Henry character might be doing too much. Jack said, but that's part of the reason they changed the characters' names for fictional purposes and to prevent lawsuits. Makes sense. Share My Love said it's supposed to be the big bad. Again, I get it, y'all. I hear what you're saying. I don't necessarily like it. As a viewer, I don't have to like it. Okay. D said, I thought he was going to hit the real estate agent. Right.
He just might.
He just
like
might.
I said.
He ain't got nothing holding him back. That said, Meech's baby mama was a bottle girl, so he'll definitely meet her at the club.
Well,
yeah, I was trying to keep that on the. I was trying. I was like,
I'm just saying. What is
she? Ain't it? It's she. I thought.
Yeah,
okay, this is a great question. Y'all can jump in the chat to help D out. I think I've already said her. If I said it wrong, I apologize. Because
I think she's just a stud.
Because last week she was Henrietta, now she damn Henry. So it is what it is, and
it's just short for Henrietta.
Her pronoun is a she.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now Jack said Meech's second home was the clubs and the strip joints. Right. Again, we've been to Miami. We knew where he was at. Cortland said Glock is going to target her, whoever will be Meech's girl. You think so, Cortland? Fresh, your face. You're like, where did that come from?
I'm confused. Like,
you don't think so?
Target.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Target Angel, or just target a girl in
Well,
general.
I guess whoever will be.
I guess whoever Meech's girl is gonna be. They're saying they're gonna kind of like how they was rolling up on LaWanda and doing stuff like that. I guess he's saying that like Glock is gonna have that same energy for whoever ends up being Meech's girl. Oh
well, I can see it now since since they beat the crap out of Greenie. I mean, yeah.
Right.
Oh, did that happen?
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Jesus.
I can't stand either one of y'all. Both of y'all said.
Go ahead, girl. Go on.
Go on, girl. All right, so like I'm gonna have to look when I'm done with this. I'm gonna have to go back and press play. I'm gonna have to see the end of this, okay?
Right.
So basically, Sterl is telling Terry, basically, if your customers don't get their orders from Henry, they'll come running back to him. And he said, he'll raise the rent. Now, Diz told him that he gonna have to move quick because Etta, they don't get this girl so many names. Henrietta, Etta. Jeez.
They called her Etta. I didn't catch the Etta.
Yeah, they called her Etta. Because Etta's delivery is coming tonight. He saw the whole crew retrofitting an ambulance. Okay. And Terry's like, damn, what the hell? I ain't thinking of that shit. That's smart as hell. Sir, because you ain't got a cop under your belt. That's why. You ain't got the cops working with you.
Well, and he's not that. I mean, he's smart money wise, but that's why I don't see it for T. He's really not street smart.
I mean, I don't know if anybody would have really thought to put an ambulance truck there.
Well, we know Fresh didn't think about it.
Fresh like, yeah, you.
Like I said, man. Matter of fact, here this
Fresh
is the Men in Black thing.
he was like, that was smart as hell.
Oh, you heard it with his pen. He hit the Men in Black.
Yeah.
So we can forget that was ever said.
We done forgot every damn thing.
Those 10 seconds is vanished from your memory.
So basically, T figured out that they're going to take Grand River and tells who, he's going to have to run point and tells him to take basically their top shooter, which is Cuts, and basically make sure the ambulance don't make us drop. So
basically ambush the ambulance, yeah.
Basically.
And then you got Detective.
Oh yeah, Jen and Kobe are still on stakeout. Talking about being in a shootout and popping.
He said, I ain't scared to leave this earth.
She said that when she OD'd and saw the light, it was the most beautiful, peaceful thing she's ever seen. So we find out that Jen's sister was beaten, unalive.
Okay.
And basically, it still haunts her. And she says that she hopes that, she saw the same thing that Kobe saw. I guess she wants her to have that, that type of peace. Henrietta Henry, Royal Oak.
Right.
Exit left. What was that? Exit right.
She can exit. Basically, there's the door.
Right.
That is what Share My Love is saying, and I'm with you. I second that. I concur. Basically, DeMarcus said Duffy should have unalived Greenie when he shanked Greenie. Greenie calling Angel and Meech a light bright was hilarious. It was funny. That was a funny moment. But yeah, your thoughts on this particular? I really don't see it for Detective Jen and this Amberson. I still think this is going to develop into some type of love story that I'm really not here for. And then this girl being like, I ain't afraid to go. I like the lights. I like,
See, this is one of the reasons why I rated it so low. It was so many unrealistic scenes.
Right.
Like, I ain't never heard of nobody OD or matter of fact who saw the white light in general and said like, yeah, I wanted to follow the white light.
And here's my thing. To that point, if you really felt that way, why stop using? Keep going. Go to the mountain. Go into the light, Caroline. Go if that's what you really want to do.
Exactly.
Not Caroline.
I'm just saying.
That's what but I'm with Treese. I'm waiting for that. And I thought we were about to get it in the car. I thought we were about to get the little whole love scene, especially the way Jen kept looking at it. I was like, oh, here you go. We about to get ready to get the little love scene.
I ain't waiting on none of that. I'm just waiting for Charles to go.
You stupid. No,
you might as well just keep disappointing yourself.
Right.
That's what's happening here. That's really what's happening.
Bow out now if you waiting for Charles to not.
I just feel like if I just speak
he'll be here next season, sweetheart.
I'm hoping I can speak it into existence. Maybe stars might hear me.
You stupid. No, they ain't hear you. Because if they heard us, they wouldn't be canceling damn Ghosts. So no, that's not the case. They don't really be listening to us like that. Well, I don't know, because they did bring Unique back for me. So, they did. They saw my memorial situation. They did bring them back. So maybe they do be watching. But Yeah, to your point, I didn't really care for that scene. See, Henry said with the Star CEO making his comment about ending the show's seasons after 3 or 4, do you guys think that this season is the last? I don't think that this is the last season, but I do think that season 4 will close out BMF. My opinion. My opinion.
Yeah, I agree because BMF reign didn't last that long. So
22
season,
years.
hmm?
22 years though. But I guess because we're moving so fast in the years.
Yeah, I was gonna say like their height was in the 2000s, so I would hope probably by the end. Matter of fact, and if I remember,
After Atlanta, they go to Miami, right?
yeah, like
And then that's it.
that's when that kicks off. So
Mhm.
like near the end of this season, we about to get into the 2000s. So yeah, I think season 4 they about to shut it down. I mean, they might not. They can roll it to a season 5 because BMF doesn't like the pay on that show isn't as high
It'd be
as
dope if they did it long enough where Meech's the real Meech could be in an episode.
Look, I got an idea. Stars. Y'all
You don't
listen to
think
this?
so?
Stars. What will be real good is if y'all bring in Tate to be Meech's lawyer.
Girl,
Be Meech
ain't nobody
and
thinking about no
Terry's
damn
lawyer.
Tate.
Okay,
she was
that would
talking,
be good.
Girl,
Again, it's fiction.
she was
What
talking
do you
about Tate and Method Man last
mean?
night.
are you for real?
Yeah.
Oh, last night we had a whole debacle, and I said I think that they should give Tate and Davis a spinoff and make it like Scandal, and it would be so good. It would be so good. And they was eating me up. They was like, no, Treese. And I was like, y'all, for real.
You would be the only one that wants to watch it.
That's not true. Miss Honey agreed with me when I added Davis. Miss Honey agreed with me when I added Davis. Jack says she enjoyed the kiss from a rose, but I don't need the new detective in my life at all. I don't either. See, in reality, she did divorce old Chuck. Oh, I honestly didn't think that was really going to happen.
Oh yeah, they
What,
definitely
Charles?
divorced. Yeah,
Yeah,
she
I didn't think she was really going to go through the divorce.
For real?
Yeah, in real life they definitely divorced. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, look, but she never gets, because I follow her. She didn't get remarried. She didn't marry Dr.
No.
Maurice.
Nah, she never remarried.
See, she's like, she might as well just stay married to Charles then.
Girl, she want her peace.
Look, Jack said we
Don't
need
want to worry about what fleas he bringing back home.
Don't do that. Don't do that, Jack. Okay.
Oh God, no Tate.
I think he would make great representation for Meech. That's all I'm saying.
Trace, goodness, you was just out here just acting up.
I was. So anyway, that Meech takes Charles to the new home that he wants to purchase, and he wants Charles to put his name on it. We kind of already covered this and went over the scene. Charles tells him he don't agree with the lifestyle, and then he starts looking at the paperwork and realizes Meech done said he's an engineer, done lied about how much he make, and he's like, "Yo, this is illegal." And so, hits him with the guilt trip, and Meech is like, but I thought you wanted me to be safe, and so he was like, yeah, I wanted you to be safe, but I ain't trying to sign my name on nothing, and that's illegal. And so he's like, well, I need to sleep on it. Call me a cab. And, he leaves all, in a huff and a puff. Your thoughts on that? I mean, even though we kind of touched on it.
I think he should have called Lucille to come do it.
Oh, you are.
I told you that. He should have. I don't even think he would have. That's who should have got the first class treatment on the flight. That's who should have got the shopping trip.
You see how kids be doing their mamas?
Exactly, girl.
But
right.
Because he knew Lucille wasn't.
Lucille wasn't what? She would have. I think she would have did it.
I don't think
Lucille always accepted the money. She always said a little something, but she was never the way Charles was about it.
That's true.
I mean, that is true. You know what?
I think she would have did
it. Remember, she took the dress when he bought it for her, the outfit, and was like basically.
And really, the only reason why I think she was going so hard as hard as she was, not really that hard, was because of Charles. But now she ain't got no respect for that man.
You know what? Now that y'all say that, y'all bring up a very, very good point.
He should have called his mama. I think she'd
never
be
even
like,
thought of that.
She'd have been like, "Oh, baby, this is a nice house."
Hey, Lauren, he was real huffy for a person that needed money for a cab. Right. I would have just been like, I'll let you know. Can you call me this cab? And then I would have got huffy puffy.
And she needed a break from Wendy's. She needed a break from that house. He should have called his mama. Okay.
They always think daddy is the hero. It'd be terrible. It'd be terrible. Des said, I think it would have been harder to forge Lucille's paperwork because she worked for Wendy's as opposed to Karen's
Oh,
work. Oh, for GM, it's more realistic. Okay, that
yeah,
makes sense.
that does.
Oh, I like that. Go ahead, Des. I like that point of view. Um, Lucille lived mortgage free. Meech pays for everything.
That's why she would have been with it.
True, true. Okay, and now that you say that, and now that I think about it, then
But my thing is,
so get mean for them to stay in that house because I don't think he want to put
I
his
get what Des was saying, but remember, he also had somebody, a real estate agent that really wasn't even going. Like, she already knew what was up.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
she knew what was up, but you saw when they signed them paperwork, her boss was there. Like, he still have to put like some legal documents. Like, he just couldn't just pay out like, hey, that'd be like you trying to go get a car with no license.
It can happen.
I was
I
gonna
mean,
say,
it can, but it's
I know people
rare.
that did it.
look,
You live in the DMV, sir. You know people that did it.
I was gonna say, Virginia.
It can happen. Okay, if he paying $250,000 straight out for a house, I guarantee you they were on the payroll and would have said, "Listen, my mama, okay, is the one doing this."
Well, Jack said Lucille getting her benefits, so and maybe he wrote a couple checks to the church, like oh boy.
Oh, basically, you trying to say like, I still think
He didn't leave her
out.
anchor, basically.
He still should have flew her out. Still, listen, Charles didn't deserve nothing. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Next scene, girl, go
He
on.
didn't deserve a damn thing. All right. So Brian was in the truck, basically ready, to ready to do this job, The homeboy next to him just talking up a storm. So, are you sure? You sure? He's like, dude, just shut the hell up. Then he get popped out of nowhere. Just boom. Just.
And is this not
girl,
who was it that got popped?
Person.
And look, Fresh, you're not gonna help me. Who got popped?
Okay, wait a minute. because I heard
Fresh is like person works for me.
Okay, so say the same because it was like I heard her talking and then I heard you talking and I heard her say person.
Okay, so the scene where they are finally ambushed, Detective Brian is in the ambulance, and who was the one that it was it Twan?
Got popped, that was sitting next to
Twan,
Brian.
yeah. Twan got popped. Twan got popped by a hoop and cuts.
Like I said, this is the only episode he's gonna be in. I mean, do we really care? We met him and now he's gone. Yeah, he's person.
Which is
nobody
King's cousin. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
he's a goner. That's what he is. He's a goner. Okay. So basically, then BMF, the BMF crew, they ran up on him. Basically, they pum-puming back and forth. Look, gotta be careful what I say. Jesus Christ. They pum-puming back and forth. And what's his face? Listen, little slickster, freaking Brian slithers his ass right out the truck because I thought he was going to at least get like an arm shot, a finger blow, something. Nothing happened to this man, okay? He slithered his ass right about the truck, acting like a real cop, just like Men in Blackish, just,
they do the hit right. That's
what
never
what
mind. I was just saying they didn't do the hit right. You don't hit one side, like
right. Yeah, they on that was piss poor.
We're gonna have to talk offline about your extracurricular activities because
that was stupid.
Because I mean, we're
you got too much firsthand knowledge.
Basically, then of course we know Jen and Kobe, they was following cut, so they knew what the hell happened. Jen gets popped in the shoulder. I think it was or like right here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the hell. I don't know if she gonna make
it. And I didn't even see Amberson. It looked like she ran in the bushes somewhere.
Miss I ain't afraid to go out.
Yeah, I ain't afraid to go.
She started chasing Cuts.
Oh, okay. Because
Cuts got shot too.
I don't remember that.
He got shot. So when they rolled up on both of them, I can't remember if it was Twan or Bryant, because Cuts was first and Hoop was behind him. And when they rolled up on him, he ended up taking one in the shoulder as well. Yeah, he rode up first. He ended up taking one in the shoulder. He fell back on the truck, and then that's when Hoop started letting off. And then when Jen and Amberson rolled up, Cuts took off running, and Amberson went after him. And then I can't remember if it was. I think it was Twan that ended up shooting Jen, because right when
He
he
was
was
laying
about
on
to,
the ground.
yeah, right when he was about to take her out, Bryant came around the corner and unalived him.
Mm-hmm. And that's what saved. And Jen recognized this, saw Bryant, and was
Guess
like, "Oh,
what?
you saved my life," you know.
Guess what? That's what makes it relevant that
But
that was Quan.
but what's so
Because it was Brian that was the one that took him out.
but what's so crazy is, what do you think Detective Jen is now going to do? Because now she knows that he's moving dirty.
Okay, but he also saved her life, so she better shut the hell up.
And she still got them 2 bricks that we still don't know nothing
Well,
about
what,
yet.
right? That's what I was upset about. And then when old girl was over here talking about seeing the light, I was like, she definitely gonna get into them bricks. She definitely gonna get into them bricks.
I didn't even think about that, yo.
I'm telling you, it's look.
I didn't even think about that.
She was just a little too happy talking about her addiction issues, and she was a little too happy. I'm just saying.
So then back at the warehouse, Henry is going in on Brian about basically how he didn't know what the hell he was doing. You messed up by telling me to put this on the ambulance. And basically, he's like, yeah, that was all BMF. They knew your every move. They knew everything that you was going to do. Also, she wants to know where the hell Twan is. He said, girl, you're going to have to have somebody go to hell to find him because he ain't no longer here. And that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. Okay, then it makes a difference knowing who the hell Twan was, because yeah, Brian was the one that took him out. So then she pulls up a chair for him and basically is like, yeah. So then she pulls up a chair for him and basically is like, well, tell me everything that you know about T. I literally just said that 2 seconds ago.
No, I know, but I didn't realize that when he went back to report to her, she doesn't know that he's the one that did.
No, she don't know.
Mm-mm.
Oh wow! I just literally just had that aha moment.
That's why she was like, "Tell me everything you know about T," because she thinks it was somebody from BMF that did it.
Mm-hmm. And he set it up to be that way. Now, I watched the episode twice because the first time I got confused by that. I got confused by that scene because I was like, y'all open up a body bag. I thought it was Twan in the body bag. So I was like, how you don't know that your cousin is gone? So when I went back to watch it again, I realized the work was in the body bag.
So
that's
why because it was in the back of the ambulance.
Mm-hmm. That's why she didn't know. And then that's when, you know,
they should have showed it or something.
That's when Brian said, you know, he went to HE double hockey sticks, and that was the end of him. That he sent him to, which I think is going to come back to haunt him later on down the line.
And that's why when I was like, oh, once she realizes, oh, he's gonna be in trouble. But you said he eventually is a part of the whole takedown of BMF, right? I feel like we talked about that before.
Yeah, in real life, King Retro, remind me. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, in real life, yeah, he was part of it. He was part of it.
So we know he's, even if she finds out, it's not gonna. But I would like to see it play out, because then that would put him in maybe bad standing with her dad or Braxton. I would like to see how that plays out. That is kind of interesting. DeMarcus said, I think that Jen and Amberson will plant the 2 bricks on Cuts.
The rest that Amberson don't get into, I guess.
Right. I'm telling you, she's gonna get into that.
I agree with Trace.
She's gonna get into that nose. She admitted she liked them white lines. Okay. And then we already talked about that. Share My Love said, Jen has self-abuse issues. Partner is former user. I'm afraid for those 2 bricks. She does.
Wait. DeMarcus, no. What he said was, I think Jen and Amberson will plant the 2 bricks on Cuts to try to get Cuts to flip on Terry.
And Jack did confirm, yeah. I was even ready to say Detective Howard. Detective Bryant is a part of the takedown.
Well,
so
I'm hoping he part of the fiction side and he gets his water turned off, because I'm sick of him.
Me too. I'm ready for him to go. I never
love how y'all keep on talking about all these people that y'all want to get taken down, but nobody's agreeing that Charles needs to go. Where's my network?
All right. So then we see LaWanda's mom gets a knock at the door. I'm not gonna lie, this house did look very smoke filled. And you know how if you've ever been beside a person's house who smokes, how their walls start to change color. Yeah. And that's the vibe that it was giving in that house. So we see some lady, I did not get her name, show up from Child Protective Services to check on Terry Jr. because they got a complaint about his, well-being, and he over there coughing, and she's like, do we got asthma? Have you gotten him checked for it? Now I will say this, as much money as you supposed to be making, why that baby ain't been to routine visits and shit, and why he ain't got an inhaler or something by now is beyond, if that's what's going on, especially if he's in a house where you're smoking on the inside, because it wouldn't surprise me if he does have asthma, if the grandma is just puffing cigarettes around him. But anyway, so basically Terry wants to know, who's behind this, and she's like, she can't let him know, but find out, once after the investigation is done and after they go to court and do what they need to do. And so LaWanda obviously believes that this is Markeisha's shady ass.
I can't blame her.
I can't either. But I just knew
with it.
I might not like Markeisha, but I knew she wasn't. I didn't think she was capable of that. I
felt like it, and the way it played out, the way he came over, and she's just like, she was already all dressed up, hair cute and everything. Like she was expecting him to come, talking about, baby, I love you. I would never do that to you. It was given. I thought she did it. Shoot, I was like, well.
But yeah, so basically, he now has to go talk to Markeisha, even though he was trying to avoid her. And I didn't even like this because I was like, it could have been a phone call. You ain't need her. You ain't need the hell. Let me show. We'll get into that scene. That really upset me. Go on there. Well, let me read the comments because I'm getting my blood is boiling right now. I really don't see it for her. D said, did y'all feel sorry for the baby boy and Juvie? We gonna get there. I did feel bad. And I'm gonna be so honest. I may be wrong. I don't know what you think, Fresh. I don't think we're gonna see Kevin make it to the end of the episode, and I think that's gonna fuel Brian even more.
What do you mean make it to the end of the episode?
Not end of the episode, end of the
season.
You think something gonna happen to him?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that I think he's not, and I'm not even trying to be funny, and I think that even if somebody doesn't do it to him, I think that he doesn't have the mental capacity to handle what's going on around him, is what I'm saying. I don't think that he's going to make it to the end of the season.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I don't want to do a spoil. I want to say it, but I don't want to do a spoiler. But yeah,
do it.
We're here. You gonna spoil it anyway?
Okay.
Who you spoiling it for? I'm the only one that ain't seen it.
So, the main reason why I don't think he's going to make it to the end of the season, because there is a scene as well as a picture that we see Detective Brian and his ex-wife, I think his name was Gloria. Cynthia Bailey. We see them at a gravesite and she's crying.
So basically, you telling me I got to swap?
They were there together
and put Kevin together in there. I said, so I got to swap out my unique photo with a picture of Kevin and put it up, get it ready, put it up there. Okay.
Now, it might not be Kevin, but for both of them,
I think that would be the only reason why they would come together.
Yeah, why they would come together at a gravesite, and like I said, she has a face full of tears, so that's the only reason why I think he's not going to make it.
That lady don't shut the hell up. She done gave her baby up.
I can't see nobody else she would be crying over.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Mama Margot. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's what she was given. C. Henry said, I agree with you that old Chuck needs to go. He was foul.
Somebody.
His broke ass.
Thank you.
Okay.
Somebody's went to me.
Right. Okay, C. Henry. Make sure you subscribe. I think you'll like us. Anyway, Share My Love said Terry should have housed LaWanda instead of Markeisha. Thank you. That's what was so upsetting.
You know why he didn't?
Because she accepts it. And he
ain't got no respect for her ass. You know why? Because she keep on taking his ass back like a dumbass.
Y'all heard Nails.
That's why he ain't do it.
She over here standing on business. Sad for the son in jail. Michelle, I'm with you. I was like, ooh.
I'm gonna have to go see. I need to watch it.
And look, please do it. He wanted the spoiler. Y'all tripping if something iffy. It's something iffy
about the doctor. Dr. Maurice?
No.
What you mean?
I don't think it's nothing iffy. I think I mean, if it's
100
anything
better.
iffy, is that he can sense that she is vulnerable, so he about to prey on that and act on it. But other than that, I don't see nothing iffy about it.
100 okay, let me tell you my theory. I'm kind of with this. It's almost a little too good to be true with the doctor that makes me feel like when she was like,
cares?
"Oh, you never
Who
got
cares?
watch him
Who
have
cares? Just be bent over and let Charles walk in on you. Who cares? Who cares?
Hey, yo,
I just
wait a
see
minute.
Charles too hurt.
Wait a minute.
Listen, who cares? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. She ain't even got to be in it to win it, okay? Just let it
I
happen.
apologize on behalf of my co-host, okay, and this and where this went, right? But 100, I'm with you. I think that I wouldn't be surprised if we find out some shady because if they never ended up together, and it could be, whatever. But I would not be surprised if Dr. Charles got a whole family somewhere, his damn self. That's just me.
So did Charles, and he was out here in these streets. Who cares?
Oh God. Jack said
Oh,
that
man.
Markeisha needs to go. Please
We
catch
gotta go.
these LaWanda hands, Lucille hands too. I'm with you.
You know what, Retro? No.
Michelle A, I think, is feeling sad for Kevin. Kevin's
Kevin,
depressed
yeah.
and being abused. He's not gonna make it. I'm with you, share my love. Agreed. Dr. Maurice may be on some mess. Right. Okay.
Who cares?
Terry and Charles are
You didn't get out, girl.
You stupid. Terry and Charles are literally the same person. They really are, kind of. It's really sad. I feel your energy about Charles.
Yes. I love this Charles hate. I love it.
I can. Des said, so do y'all think he's going to be one of those doctors prescribing pills like it's candy?
Nah.
What?
I don't know how we got.
No, I think he's a good doctor.
Yeah, he's a good doctor.
Yeah, I don't think he fooling around in that.
Need to give some good something else. Good carrots.
But gone, girl. Do you got any more scenes?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
All right. So at Jack the Rapper, Meech, and running to his daddy. Girl, I didn't do all that background history. Did you do all that?
No, I said Meech and Duffy. He was with Duffy when he pulled up.
I don't ever remember Duffy's name. I don't know why.
I know.
I don't know why you keep on doing this to me. Why do you do this? I left that part alone. Okay. Meech runs into his daddy. All right, that's where I picked up. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Who wasn't supposed to be there? Basically, his daddy said, "Boy, I'm grown. I do what the hell I want to do." Okay. I've been wanting to come to this since your brother was in trainers. I'm guessing that's diapers. Okay, because they speak in a whole other language. Now, Meech basically told him, "Sir, look around. Okay, this is not the same type of event that you were trying to go to back in the day." Okay. Of course, Charles wanted to talk his stuff about how he spoiled everything. Sir, how about you spoiled your family? Let's start there. And it's always going to go back to that.
I would hate for you to be on a jury for Charles because he would
be under the jail, girl. He would be under the jail.
He's going to jail.
Right, and she might give him what the penalty.
No possibility of parole.
Yeah,
under the jail. Absolutely,
it's a wrap
not.
for him. If she was on the jury, it's a wrap.
So Meech tries to hit him with, well, what if something happened to you? What am I supposed to tell Mama? Charles is like, oh boy, now you think about you worried about me? Well, let me live. You've been living a little too much. You've been out here in these streets. Okay, you've been living.
Yeah, and then I really was not here for this particular scene. Jack, you can go ahead and get ready to jump down in the comments because we about to be mad together. So then we see T go by the house to confront his house that he bought.
She was like, boy, what you doing running up at my house? It's my house.
Yeah.
Look, Trace, look. I'd have been like, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever you say.
So he comes to confront Markeisha, and Markeisha is, she over here clutching her pearls. How dare you accuse me of doing? I'm a mother. I'm a mother. Okay. And she's like, I would never do that. And so, you know, T's like, I could lose my son, but you know, he's so busy smiling up at her. It was just so irritating me.
I really thought she really give a damn. She was like, damn, that's messed up. So I really thought she really did it. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, this bitch over here lying like shit.
The way you
feel about
Charles,
for real, Marquisha, that's what you did?
But Lala, I can't act, so that's what made it so believable. That's what made it so believable that she did it. She can't act.
I thought she did.
I need her to. T can get what you want Charles to get, is how I feel. If I was on a jury for T, he gone.
Tender DT.
Tender DT. Yes. Go on, Nels.
Oh, so for Terry, but not for Charles.
No, because you know, at least he done raised up his kids right, and he done got them to a point they grown.
Right, they out here making kids and messing around on them too. How he raised them up right?
But don't do that. Don't do that. At a certain point, they
he out here making little Charles.
You stupid
girl. Bye. All right. So basically, you know, the two high rollers from Greenie's club went over to, you know, talk to Meech, let him know basically, you know, Greenie let me know that I had some comp party favors, basically, you know, thanks to you. And you know, he's giving Meech the rundown of everything that they into. And Meech is like, you know, good, because I'm trying to expand my pipeline, you know, down to St. Louis. So they all with it. And, you know, he's like, well, you know, I need to basically, you might just be talking shit. You might be blowing shit up my ass. So I need to take my ass down to St. Louis and see for myself, you know, check things out. So
right.
Now after this last scene, girl, unless you want me to do the last scene, because I ain't got nothing after this one.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So then, let me tell you something, Mr. Doctor, when I tell you, he would have got it. He would have got it with this one. He would have got it, okay? So Lucille was out on the park bench with Mr. Dr. Maurice, okay? Eating some little popcorn balls, you know, reminiscing about back in the day from where she used to get these from the store that, you know, growing up, right? So she's like, you know, this is what this reminds me of. He said that's exactly where he got it from. She was like, hold up, that store is closed. Okay. He said, yeah, I ordered them from an online candy store. Okay. Basically, she was like, how you know I was even gonna call you? He said, listen, I didn't, but I wanted to be prepared just in case.
I did like that. I
said, and basically let her know that his biggest regret was letting her go. Let me tell you something.
That man is a man.
He is.
If it would have been on that park bench, we'd had to go. Let's look, Trish, look. Go. When I tell you, girl, I'd be like, Jesus Christ. That would have been it for me. That would have been it. So you playing.
Oh Lord.
I ain't even gonna lie. I swore after that. I was like, we about to get. I'm not gonna lie. I thought we was about to get the Lucille in the doctor scene.
Pay attention, okay?
Oh
God. This is how you get it.
I for sure thought we was gonna get the Lucille in the doctor scene. I was like, oh,
let me tell you something. Good thing I ain't playing Lucille, because guess what? I'd have got the carrots.
Look, y'all, she would go off script.
I would have got the carrots, and he would have got the cake. Okay.
Oh Lord, I can't. y'all would have made carrot cake that day. Oh God. Yeah, see, Henry says Chuck is paying for hotel rooms when his family is starving like Marvin. Well, to Nels's point, I guess it makes sense. You're right. Now 100 said Meech has 3 kids. 100. I don't know if you go back.
Get into that. Nope.
We done been back and forth.
We done went back.
Look. Listen, I'm a little behind. Okay, I'm just saying we doing it in the park.
Doing it after dark. Broad day night after dark, I wouldn't have gave a damn. When I tell you, he would have got it.
That was a good one, D. So anyway, then we see that okay, you're gonna have to help me out with this, Fresh, because I was so confused at this point.
I hope you were talking to me, because I done told you, girl.
So you stupid. So we're now at Jack the Rapper. We see the dude, which I thought, well, it is Glock, but he's but now he's calling himself Wizzy Solomon or something like that, right? Am I getting that right? And he says he's from Columbia Records, and basically he's rapping with Charles. And so Meech basically runs into the broke down Timu Tupac that we see.
This is why I didn't see. This is why I didn't see Tupac, because
and you didn't miss none. You would have been disappointed. So anyway, they spot Luke's people giving them the stare down, and I was like, there's a lot of names going around. Okay, and I ain't seen nobody that look a remnant of, but Tupac didn't look like Tupac either. So what can I say?
Did they call him Tupac? Like, how do y'all know it was Tupac?
No, he said Tupac. He had the bandana. It was extra. It was extra. Anyway, so then Timu Tupac tells him that they have the same issues in the rap game that Meech is going through in the drug game, basically. Yeah, real life. So your thoughts on that scene? Because Nels didn't see the Timu Tupac.
So I knew a quote unquote a actor was going to play Pac in this episode. So the part of Pac being at Jack the Rapper, that was true. It was 1993. He was actually there. As far as him meeting Meech, that's the part I don't believe, because I've never ever heard nobody, not even Meech himself, say that he met Tupac. But Tupac was actually there. I've seen the comments that say, "Oh, it's a lie. Pac was never there. He had a fade." No, this is 1993. This was the same year that Pac ended up shooting those off-duty officers in Atlanta. So Pac was actually there. That part was true. As far as the fight, though, BMF had nothing to do with the fight. The fight actually happened between Luke's peoples and the Death Row people, because they actually had beef around that time. So that's why a whole fight popped off at Jack the Rapper, at the whole convention. That's what started to move the convention out of Atlanta. But to get back to your question, when that scene, I was like, they could have just had him in passing, like the same way you did Kid and Play, the same way you did Luke, the same way you did Fu Schnickens. Like, y'all could have just had.
I was about to say the same thing.
Who?
Okay.
Schnickety who?
Okay.
What?
So they're
hungry while waiting. Grab a Snickers.
I don't want to say they're a one hit wonder, but their biggest hit was, I want to say, maybe 94. Yeah, around 94, 95. They had a huge big hit with Shaq. Shaq rapped on their song. It was called "What's Up, Doc." They did the whole thing. But like I said, I grew up in there. I was outside, but they could have just had.
I hope not like Charles.
No. So I didn't like the scene because it was just like, yo, y'all had to input, quote unquote, Pac talking to Meech. Y'all could have just had him in passing.
Right.
Y'all didn't have to input him into like the Timu Tupac in this scene. Like, it was pointless to sit up there, and then he was calling the whatchamacallit Cali Kush, and I'm like, bruh, in 94 they was not calling it Cali Kush. Everybody in the world was calling we Chronic, everything.
I thought you were gonna say Indo, only because I remember it from Friday.
Yeah. Well, Chronic, Indo, like it wasn't them, but no Cali. Yeah. So that whole scene, I wasn't feeling. I was just like, yo, this scene was pointless. But I guess they wanted to make it a point.
They remember the Shaq song.
Pac was there. So
see, Henry, look, I feel like when he said it, I do remember. Like, I remember it coming out. I probably never listened to it more than once, because Shaq was on it, and and I'm no shade to Shaq, but it's almost like Kobe is my heart. But he didn't need to rap. Some people just need to stick to what they're good at. Like, some people just need to stick what they're good at. And yeah, so I probably only heard it once, and then I moved on and never played it again.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling that scene. They could have just had him in passing the same way they had Luke. Everybody else could just had that man in passing. Could just be like somebody, like even Lil Baby Kirk could say, "Oh yeah, they're gonna Pop," and that would have been it.
Okay, speaking of that, who the hell is Lil Baby supposed to be in this whole
part of Stack's crew? That
he was.
On him.
Okay, and then I guess he joins Meech.
Yeah, because Stacks ain't never pawned their Rolexes for them. So,
Oh, right. Okay.
I may
Um,
have 2 sentences.
so then we see Hoop, which I feel like no shade. I feel like Hoop sometimes is more of a leader than damn T. But he comes in and tells T that, they have a problem with that whole little plan that was going on. He tells him how, the cops showed up and messed up everything, and shares that Bryant is actually working with Henry now. So Sterl points out, well, damn, that was a good idea. I wonder how she thought of that. And maybe they should get on as well. And so, this has T kind of looking at him funny, but basically he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go. And, he goes and tries to, we see him later on go and try to make a deal with Brian. And then as we're still at the Jack the Rapper convention, Charles comes back and introduces Wizzy or Glock to Meech, like, oh, this is the friend. When Mo's cousin realizes that he's an MK based off of like something he had around his neck, but basically she said it was like some voodoo or something like that. So basically Meech is trying to get his dad to leave, and he's like, go check out this show in this hall. I guess just another part of the venue.
Spike Lee was showing,
which was so crazy because I would have asked you to leave. I'm not gonna send you nowhere else in the building. Just leave. It's not safe. But it is what it is. Charles is refusing to go because he grown and he hard-headed, as we know. And then that's when we learn that Wizzy is really Glock, and they make the connection, and he lets him know that he doesn't appreciate him trying to move in on what's his, and basically tells him that he owns security, and he also owns the pimp Greenie, who cleans his money. So now we know that whole thing, like we thought, Angel was setting him up, but it was because that's what Greenie told her to tell him. Am I right or wrong, Fresh? Did you not make that same connection?
No, this is
okay.
I think. Well, me and King Retro Jack, we talked about this. I thought that, but then when I went back and looked, I think it was more so because of this certain scene, which we'll get to when they're in the Cadillac. I think he might have told her that, but I think it was more so that, remember, after Angel gave him that dance, Greenie had this certain look on his face, like he was mad. So I think it was jealousy, and he ended up telling, Glock, like, hey, this is who it is.
Oh, okay.
And so he was the one who called it in and set it up for them to take. Because remember, Angel said to him, like, yo, I don't know anything about that. Like, I'm just, like a middle person. I'm just going off of what I've heard or whatnot and what is told. So I think it was more so like Greenie was the one, like, hey, like, you know what I'm saying? He getting too close. He trying to steal my girl. Okay, bet I got something for you. Let me call up Glock. Hey, go ahead and knock him off the map. That's how I took it. But you could be right too. Jack thought the same thing. I mean, it could be a little bit of both, but I don't think Angel knew that she was setting him up though.
No, I don't think she knew that I think that Greenie, to your point, when she was my baby listening, I think he was hip, if that makes sense. And he was like, oh, he messing with her trying to figure this out. So let me just feed her this little piece or have a conversation in front of her or something like that, where she was like, oh, I know. And then she provided the information that she had, not knowing that it's false, right? So, but anyway, so then a fight breaks out on the main stage. And this gives Meech time to get his dad out the way, and everybody starts scrapping. And in the middle of this melee, then the Red Dogs arrive and kind of shut the whole thing down. So, yeah, that was that scene. D said, Fresh, why did Henry off the other or pow the other girl from the club that she was hitting in the head? I thought she was the snitch.
Okay, so I so that was Peaches that you're referring to. I literally thought the same thing. I thought she took her out because she was a snitch, because she snitched on K9, who was K9's girl last season. But if you hear her say right before she takes her out, she literally says, I spoke to your plug and you're in and I'm out. Basically, I'm still trying to figure out why Peaches was still in the game, but Peaches was supposed to be supplying Henrietta with pure weight, and her weight wasn't pure. It was stepped on. So that's how, and she spoke directly to Peach's plug. And so when she spoke directly to her, found out like the stuff that Peaches was going to supply her was stepped on. That's why she took her out. She ended up taking her out because Peaches, I guess whoever Peaches plug was, she was getting it from the plug. Peaches was stepping on it to try to, stretch it out or whatnot, and that's why she ended up doing it.
Got it. And y'all, funny, just a little funny. I really just learned what stepped on meant like when we started doing power. I remember Nels had to explain it to me. I was like, what does that mean? I don't understand. I think Effie said it one time, and I was like, what does stepped on mean? Why are they stepping on the work? I don't understand. Sorry, I mean, look, I'm not a part of that lifestyle. So now this scene irritated me. T is showing off his apartment to Markeisha. She's like, this is not, you got a whole house. He got an apartment. She irritates me. But she comes over with a housewarming gift, which happens to be an orchid. They start to, get a little intimate or whatever, and he gets a knock on the door. It's Lucille. Lucille basically tells, bitch, you gotta go. Get out of my son's house. And then, once she's gone, Lucille explains that she heard what's going on with Terry Jr. And basically he need to get his head out of the cougar's ass. I love when she said that.
That's what she said?
Yeah.
That's what she said.
She said, get your head out of Drea's ass. That's what she said. And so they, yes.
Not Drea, Tree.
That's what it was. Okay. So Terry insists that while he's trying to get this apartment together. So
he can turn his camera off.
That's why he's trying to get everything together so quickly so that, he can show that his son has somewhere nice to live. And then Lucille basically talks about her experience in the foster care system and, just basically how it ruins Black families. And yeah, this just fresh. You have anything to add to this scene?
I mean, I was annoyed only from the scene because of the simple fact
that was because of the stepped on comment.
Terry should have had an apartment a long time ago. Like, why are you just now getting an apartment? Like, you making all this bread and now you just get an apartment. 1. 2, I was mad that Markeisha came with that little raggedy look like those. You remember those flowers that move, that sing with the that's what it looked like. So I was mad at that. I was like, man, if you don't get this, don't get this out of here. That's what it looked like. It looked like one of those little music flowers.
I get what you said. That was funny.
And then, but the more important thing that I got from it was that we found out that Lucille was in foster care at one point. Mm-hmm. That she was in foster care. So, but I love the scene when like what Tree said, when the mom came in and she, hi Miss Flannery. I was thinking like, you don't get your
right.
And she showed, I need to talk to my son. And
right.
I was like, she
ain't surprised because he weak just like his daddy.
So
okay, so Dee says she was playing with him with the orchid. He actually gave that to her to try to impress her.
I remember it, but it was just like,
just go somewhere. Again, he's living in an apartment and you got a whole house that he's clearly paying for.
Well, because it's just him.
That's why he's tender DT.
He is weak like his daddy. What else you want me to say?
Because if your name, I'll be damned. If your name ain't on that deed, you ain't living in the crib. I pay for it.
Okay, right.
I don't care about you and them 2 kids. You said you wanted to.
They are mine. I'm caring more for your kids than I give about my own. Mine got asthma, living in a smoky ass house, and you worried like for real.
Like now,
as soon as you say,
hello, okay. It's because the hoes are winning. The hoes are taking care of the hoe.
Tender DT.
Right. So then we see Charles and Meech, they driving, and he's giving him a whole history lesson on the family affair. And he wants to know, why Meech would go there if he thought it would be a problem, and tries to convince Meech that he needs to return home to Detroit. But, he was like, I'm just like you, Daddy. I'm out here chasing my dreams, just like you out here chasing your dreams. I don't want to be broke. I want to be able to provide and all that good stuff. And then, he's like, I know I didn't turn out like you wanted me to, but I want to control my own destiny, basically. And he's like, and I need you to sign on this house.
Right.
That's what it is.
Like that's all he's doing it for.
Right. And then we see the next scene that Charles is signing and Meech gets the house and, they dap it up and Charles is taking his butt back to Detroit. Yep. And then we see Henry, doing what she does best, indulging in what she loves, while her cousins is, out here doing the white lines on the table. And then he's upset that Twan is gone and said it should have been me. It should have been me. And so she demands that the sex worker go and service her cousin. And when she declines, she basically pulls out. Was it a machete? Was it a knife? I don't know, but basically
it's the knife from her cane.
Right. And said basically, if you don't, I'm unalive you. So she gets slobbing that knob. And then Henry vows to make things right and unalive everyone involved in Twan's passing.
Yeah.
Which again, I'm surprised, Bryant. That's why when you said he's still because I was like, when are we gonna get to see him go? And then we do see Greenie. He's cussing out Angel. He's in the car with her and basically telling her that he ain't nothing without him. And so then Meech comes, snatches him out the car, and him and Duffy rough him up, and he takes Angel away. And Greenie swears that basically he's gonna get Meech back. I honestly, no shade. I think that Greenie would have someone get him back, but I don't see Greenie doing anything himself.
You heard what he said?
What
he said? He ain't about blades and bullets. He about something.
Booties and bankrolls. Booties and bankrolls.
Yeah. Oh yeah, nah. I'm for sure he gonna hit up Glock and let Glock know what happened.
Right. If anything, who signed for the house that T paid for?
That's a very good question. Now that I have no clue. That's a very, very good question.
Look. You heard that? It might have been Markeisha Fresh.
Nah. Because remember, he bought the house before Markeisha while she was in the hospital.
That's true. And for some reason, Markeisha give me the vibe she ain't got no credit.
I mean, okay. Did he have the restaurant before he bought the house?
I think because that was a good. How would he purchase that restaurant and not either? Whose name is on it?
That's a good question. I don't know how he getting all this stuff in. I mean, T is we all know T is like a smart. He the money man anyway with numbers, so he probably done figure something out to do that. I don't know how, but that's a very good question. I ain't even think about that. Who signed for him?
Exactly. His own kids need a home. Right. It's just awful. And look, I want to believe that that's fiction, but a part of me is like, nah, you probably wasn't shit. So G says, do y'all think anything would be different if Charles didn't bow down and sign?
Very. It'd be very different. Whether it's on the show in real life, because if he didn't sign, shoot, they probably wouldn't have made it as far as they did in the game. Like with Meech doing that, like they wouldn't have made it that far. Like he needed that. Yeah.
All right, y'all. So then we see Charles come home sooner than expected and pop up on Lucille. And she's she lets him know she's all upset about the CPS situation going on with Terry Jr. and because obviously what she's been through being in foster care. And then as she goes upstairs, she's like, I'm going to bed. She ain't really paying him no attention, even though he was super excited. He was like, I was running home to you, girl. And she was like, why? You didn't have to come back for real.
You could have stayed right down there with me.
I was lost by the scene because he came in dancing. I was
like,
oh, you sleeping in very old room.
Right.
You coming in the joint.
To be sleeping in the
like
driveway.
He sprayed on some cool water cologne. Like, hey, baby, I'm back home. I was like,
you know what it is? I think he was of that mindset, like, oh, absence makes the heart grow fonder. So he thought, oh, because I've been gone, I'm rushing home to get back to you. Even though
I was probably at peace the whole time he was gone.
What'd you say?
She was probably at peace the whole time he was gone.
She was at peace. She was.
She probably went. He need to go sleep in the driveway, and somebody needs to roll over his ass.
And so we also learned, and I don't know if this really happens, Fresh, but one thing that she did mention, they also have the possibility of taking the unborn baby as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, that's not good. And I don't know if they actually end up in real life taking the kids, T's kids, or not.
If I remember correctly, they don't. But
well, that's good. But then the meat and potatoes of this scene, okay, is Charles is being I wouldn't say nosy. He was just
he was being nosy.
Okay, he was being nosy. And so he happens to see this check that Dr. Maurice, and I forgot to mention that in the last, but Dr. Maurice gave her a check for the church.
How much was it? Did they say?
They didn't say how much was it? Do we know? No.
It was 10 stacks.
Woo! Woo!
You
Charles
ain't
could
see it?
never.
Biggest they zoomed in on the check. It was $10,000. It was 10 stacks.
Charles could never.
I missed that part, but here's my thing. I love the Lord. He heard my cry, right? But why wouldn't you address that to me, not the church? Me.
Did you address it to the church?
Well,
He said it was for the church, and I would have gave my 10%. But I'm that should be to me.
So, okay, if you go back and watch it, if you look at the check, she wouldn't have been able to do nothing with it because he wrote it out to the church. He didn't write it out to her.
Right.
So but it was 10 stacks. So, but my whole thing,
I mean,
that
unless you're real good in with your bank, if you're real good in with your bank, you can still sign it. Well, I guess they ain't got that now. You can't take the picture. But that's neither here nor there. Pay me
what you into?
Right. Talking about me.
Look, where my pity?
Right, she talking about me. Talking about me. Like, what I gathered from it was he caked up because at 93, 10 bands, that's different. That you can just write a check out and I know because I have doctors in my family, but I've ain't heard nothing about, here go 10 stack check. Mm-hmm. Like, he just wrote that out like it was nothing. Like, that mean he was getting some bread in 93.
That means he paid off all his.
What type of doctor is he?
I don't even know what type of doctor he is.
Right. Yeah.
That make all the difference.
D said, Chuck was being nosy as hell. Well, D said the church gonna get 1K. Right. You're gonna get 10%.
Not 10%.
That's all. Look, that's all the Lord asked for. I might even give you 15. That's all the Lord asked for. Okay. Right. Share my.
What about the tithes and the offerings, Trees?
15. Tithes and the offering is 5,000. And then look, I might even do you a solid and give you another five for the building fund. After that, you ain't getting no more. You ain't getting no more.
For the building fund.
For the building fund. Did you say Pastor better be happy with my split? Right. Okay. That's why I was looking at Maurice Funny Style after that. I said, why would you make that check out to the church and not to me, bro? A little weird.
Maybe he wanted to, but he probably knew she wouldn't take it.
Just like she took them steaks that Meech sent over there and she ate them and prayed over them, I think she would ask God.
I told you she don't really care like Charles cares.
Because didn't we see at one point when they were about to lose their house and Meech was offering to pay for it and she was like, let him pay for it, and it was Charles that didn't want her to do it.
That's what I've been saying.
He was getting ready to take that money.
As hard on it as Charles is.
Right.
And that goes back to what Jack and George was saying. That's been the beef since day one.
Right. D said he's being respectful of her marriage.
Yep.
I like the marriage. Right.
Over, child. That thing.
Look, in my eyes, they separated. Anyway.
It's over.
Yeah.
It's over now.
I can't.
It's Maurice's turn now. The hell.
So look, Detective Bryant comes to see Kevin. This is the sad part. We all talked about this scene. And I think was he shanked?
I don't think he would. Because he would have been in the infirmary. I think he just got jumped. And he probably more than likely got bruised ribs.
Damn, that's not what they do in juvie?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So look,
fresh. I thought juvie was like what?
Nah. They get, I mean, I ain't never been, but I heard they gets down in the detention facility.
Yeah, that was a show I used to watch, but it was on the girls. I mean, they used to do little stupid, little petty stuff. They ain't do all like that.
Mm-mm. So anyway, Detective Ryan's let him know, like, try to hold on. I'm getting a good lawyer. I got some allies now, but you can this is why I said I felt so bad, because you can see in Kevin's face, he's broken.
Wait, they do SA in juvie too?
I wouldn't doubt that it happened. I wouldn't.
They ain't been that long without. Look, Fresh is like.
Nah, but look. Right, we not even
put on his glasses.
Right, we're not even gonna go down that rabbit hole.
Fresh to put his glasses on.
So Then we end up seeing Meech, and he brings Angel back to his new home because again he likes to be Captain Save a Whore. But you know, he says that and she's like, I gotta go back to Greenie. And this is one thing that I don't like because you so indecisive. Oh damn, am I frozen again?
Girl,
This
yes.
always happens.
We can hear you though.
Okay, I'm like, it always happens when I get to the end. But anyway, so basically she's like, I gotta go back to Greenie, and you know, that's I'm not worth nothing. And he's like, you need to know your worth. And my mama always told me a woman's worth is in her mind and her heart. And you know, he's all cuddled up on the couch with her. And then the last scene, we see T pull up on Detective Bryant and let him know, like, I know you working with Henry. And he tries to get him on board to work together, and Bryant refuses and drives off. And that's pretty much the end of it.
I hated the ending.
I did too. Nels,
Because-
can you still hear? You frozen, but can you still hear?
I'm frozen.
Nah, Nail's not frozen.
Oh, it's just me. It's always
Yes,
me.
it's you.
Damn it.
But
It's always
I
me.
I was hoping in that scene he was going to say to Bryant and say like, "Hey, you know what? You come back, work with us. We'll protect your son up here in juvie, and you know, you just come work with us." Like that would have been that's what I thought he was going to tell Bryant since he was sitting out there. Like, yo, we got your son. I'll make sure he's safe and secure inside of juvie, and you come back and relay everything on, you know, on Henrietta. But it was just more so like, hey, you know, we'll pay you to do like how you used to do with Meech. And I was just like, bro, that's not gonna bring him back. Like, he wants y'all gone. Like, after the unaliving of his partner, although it was what's her name? Oh, dang, I can't even think of her name. Kylo, whatever her name was, that took him out. Like, he's been for them ever since his partner got taken out in, what was that, season 2? I think it was season 2. So that's what I thought. I thought that would have been a better proposition to do versus that whole, oh yeah, here, you know, just come back and work for us. So
No.
yeah, I wasn't exactly. That would have been a win-win. I would have literally said, yo, I'll make sure your son don't get touched the entire time till he get out. You come back, you just feed me info, and I'm gonna break you off. And I think because Brian is so desperate, he would have took that. He would have took that proposition.
Yep.
Oh, I can hear you still.
Yeah, I'm still here. I just turned my camera off, so y'all ain't gotta look at my face like that. But yeah, y'all. So thank you so much, Fresh, for joining us. I know you said you wouldn't be able to stay the whole time. I appreciate you because
Oh no, it's all good.
it's almost been 2 hours, but we do appreciate you sticking it out with us and joining us.
I definitely appreciate it being with you, lovely ladies, this evening. Of course, anytime, you know, y'all have me back, I'm more than happy to come back.
Fresh, I've been meaning to tell you, this is a nice little setup you got right here. This little, you DJ for real?
Yeah.
We had that whole conversation before you came on camera.
For real? I took that. I was trying to get my last minute notes, you know, even though I was 20 minutes short. This is a nice little setup. That look nice.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, I DJ for real. Yeah, DJ for real.
Okay. I need you in a little party or something.
Look, I already put my bed in. I'm like, are you ready? But yeah, y'all,
she definitely did.
But yeah, so if you haven't already, please, no matter where you're watching from, whether it be TSF, whether it be our channel, make sure you hit that like button.
Make sure you comment.
Make sure you subscribe.
And you hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and the IG. And we will catch you next week. And I feel like we got to get off of here before 2 hours because it's like as soon as I get to 2 hours, I freeze. The same thing happened last night. I don't know what it's these Macs, Fresh. I told you it's these damn Macs.
I don't know about
that. But anyway, y'all, thank you and have a good night. Have a great week.
Good night.
Bye. She might be froze altogether.
Don't do that. No, I'm trying to cut it off, y'all. It won't. It's taking.
I'm like, should I hit end stream? Hold on.
Yeah, hit end stream.